As I mentioned perhaps a couple of vlogs ago, I will write or I will make a little space to say something in English. And well, whatever I'm saying in English is sort of a takeoff from what I've said in Spanish. I first say it in Spanish and then I go on to English. Uh, this time I'm curious. Uh, I've reached more than 200 subscribers in this vlog, and my grandkids commented, "Hey, Gramps, you're an influencer, or you're becoming an influencer." And I just laughed, and I asked Blicky, which is the youngest one living with me here, he's 11. I asked him, Blicky, what is an influencer? And he says, I have no idea. But he is one of the ones who said that I was becoming an influencer. So that concept of being an influencer is really something new for me because as far as I was concerned, in my profession and in my daily life, in my interaction with people, uh, I was aware that perhaps some of the things that I did say, or perhaps some of uh, my examples uh, by words or by writing or whatever, uh, could perhaps influence uh, the thinking of some people. Definitely, a good example of this on a one-to-one basis was every time I would be able to say to a patient, okay, I think we could start to terminate or start the process of termination of therapy because you have recovered and you have learned to cope with your difficult situations, and you have grown as a person, you have matured as a person, and you will be okay. You have learned all the tools, and in that sense, I could say, well, uh, through my influence, the client had learned to better himself. And that's as far as the concept of being an influencer went, as far as I was concerned. But with the this new technology of communication, especially now that we are communicating by internet or by any of these apps, uh, things have been different. And I think that the concept of influencing others or becoming an influencer uh, was born from that. I watched the US electoral process, and for me it was very clear that Donald Trump, for example, was able to influence with his writings on Twitter, was able to influence uh, the thoughts and perhaps the decisions of many of his followers. Uh, that was a type of communication that did not exist many years ago. Before it was mostly on a one-to-one basis, or 1 to 1,000 basis, or something. But it wasn't on something like 1 to 1 million. he's speaking or writing something on Twitter, and a million people reading it and responding to it, and that. And in fact, when he was removed from Twitter and Facebook, this really hurt him. It really did. Uh, but well, that is for me uh, what an influencer would be. Uh, but I wonder if people are aware that perhaps when they say things or give an example that is viewed immediately on the waves, it definitely seems to sway the thought process and the conclusions of the people who are listening. But, well, I think then that this concept of being an influencer really is a big responsibility when you think about it. Well, I live in a very small country, and I think I'm pretty well known, or I was pretty well known for many years for my work, and especially during the AIDS crisis. And yes, what I would say was taken into consideration, but it was usually a one-to-one communication. Once in a while, I did have an appearance on TV, but still I considered it more a one-to-one communication process. And I wasn't really aware that I would really influence people that much. Apparently, it seems that I did. But I would really like for someone to tell me what being an influencer is. Not Googling it. I don't want a Google definition. No, I really want to receive an honest to goodness opinion from someone who may be aware of how much his or her words or actions can sway the thought process of many people. One of the things that remember that this vlog started with got restarted with the pandemic, and I decided to write on the blog every day on mental health issues. But when the time came that I just couldn't continue writing because I couldn't, my eyesight really gave up on me, I discovered that I could use this media, this type of media to communicate, and it's helped. And one important thing in here is that okay, my health is not good at all. That's the truth. But unless I say it, you probably wouldn't guess it, because I believe that one should put on your best face, even in front of a bad situation. Or, and I remember that one of my friends, or several friends, have asked me sometimes, Alex, you don't look very well. Uh, and I was asking my son Vadim, the psychiatrist, so, Vadim, when I'm in, with my everyday life, and I am really hurting, my head hurts and my eyes hurt and my body hurts, does it show? Oh, he says, oh man, you can bet that it shows. Then I said, but how come when I am on my blog, it doesn't show? And he says, well, that's very simple, Dad, because you're acting. And it's true. It's true. I believe, as I said a few minutes ago, I believe that one should put on the best face possible, because that will influence the feedback that you will get in return, and that will influence how you will feel. So this is a process that helps me with my mental health, and but I still want to know, what do you think that a real influencer is? I've been told that influencers can even make money through this stuff, selling or whatever. That's not my intention at all. But it's a new role that I'm seeing myself thrown into. So let me know, okay? You can write whatever you think, and it will be stored, and I will review it to make sure that I don't get any negative or nasty feedback. It has never happened, but I want to make sure it doesn't happen. Okay? So give me your opinion, and well, see you next time. Bye-bye.